Andy.
Duncan, good to see you again, mate.
You too, absolutely.
Here we are for PastorChef. So what are we cooking today?
Today we are cooking a classic, a hamburger. Everyone loves a hamburger.
Love a hamburger.
But again, true PastorChef style, with a little bit of twist.
Sounds good.
So Andy, on PastorChef, we always cook a beautiful dish, but we always have this conversation as
cooking
well.
and conversations, that's what we're about.
Absolutely. So what are we talking about today?
So today we're going to look at the topic of endurance or perseverance. How in life, we never know, and we talk about twists. There are twists and turns in life, but we need to endure, we need to persevere. So we're going to look at that today. Now, where do we start with our cooking?
So with the hamburger, we're just going to simply make the hamburger mince.
Yep.
And I've got two different meats here. I've got some pork. This is pork mince. And also got some beef mince. And we can just put those together.
Put it up in here.
Whoop. Yep,
there it is.
There we go.
Now, two meats. Why the two meats?
So the two different meats that we've got here, the pork is a little bit fattier, a little bit. And the beef is quite lean. So just putting them together, it just makes it a little bit more moist.
Yeah, great.
But it also gives it a different flavour, more characteristic as well. So we've just got some Kaffir Lime leaves here as well. So that's the twist is coming, okay, guys? Sometimes I like to do the twist at the end, but today the twist is early.
Yeah, great.
You know the twist.
Great.
So we've got some Kaffir Lime leaves here, and I'm just going to really finely shred them.
Look at those chopping skills, Dun. I'm proud of you, mate.
Yeah, just a few years doing this.
Well done.
So there we go with the Kaffir Lime leaves. Now, Kaffir Lime leaves are something that's quintessentially in a Thai red curry.
Already the fragrance is getting me on that.
It's amazing, isn't it? The smell that comes out of that. And then keeping in tune with that Thai theme, we've just got some red curry paste here. So about 1 teaspoon if you like it mild. If you like it more of a spicy burger, you could add 2 teaspoons just for more fragrance in the burger. And then 1 egg white.
Great.
Now the egg white is just a little bit of liquid protein just to help bind it together.
Super.
You need to don your gloves.
All right.
Okay.
I don't like getting meat all over my hands.
No, you don't want to have hamburger mince all over your fingers. So then all you need to do is sort of really massage it together.
Oh, just get in there now?
Yeah, get in there, mate. Absolutely. Squeeze it all together and you mix the curry paste through the meat. I'll put a pinch of pepper in there as well, just for some seasoning. And I've just got here some oyster sauce. So you know quite often when we're making a hamburger, we use tomato sauce or barbecue sauce in there. But again, just keeping with that Asian influence, we're just going to add maybe a tablespoon of oyster sauce, and that will just bring out some salt and some flavour.
Great. How's that mixing looking?
Fantastic.
Good.
You're doing great.
Good. Good. I can cook.
You can cook. You can cook. Anyone can cook. You just got to take the time and do it.
All right. All good?
Done.
More?
Now, while you've got your glove on,
Yeah.
we're just going to portion it up, so to speak.
Yeah.
So just taking some of that hamburger meat.
I use this one?
Yeah, use that little bowl there. And just fill the bowl to the top and then make it nice and flat. Okay. And that way you know that every hamburger is going to be the same size. And then once you've formed that, you can just take that out. And then you can just shape that in your hand until you get a nice hamburger size.
Great.
Nice and round.
Easy.
And we'll just leave those to the side for now. Also, I think, Andy, you can take your gloves off now, mate.
Thank you, mate. Good.
I think also when making a hamburger, it's good to have everything prepared in advance. So that when you cook the hamburger, you don't have to think, you just put it all together. So over here we've got some bacon, we've got some cheese and some tomato. And if you want to slice that tomato just into nice thin rounds, that'd be great.
Great.
Do you do a lot of cooking at home, Andy?
I do some cooking. I'm on to cook once every week for our family.
Are you?
But then sometimes I do it a little bit more than that.
And does the family like it when Dad cooks?
I think generally they like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I try and choose a crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
Because when you've got 3 young kids like me,
Yeah.
You don't want them sitting there going, "Ooh, Dad, this is disgusting."
So how do you think they would go with a bit of red curry paste in their burger?
My kids love hamburgers, but they don't get spiced too much. So they'd probably be whinging at me, "Dad, it's too spicy." And, you know, kids, whinge.
Yeah.
But we love kids.
But what you could do there is you could make the kids' portion first and then add that curry paste for yours. And then just put that little bit of twist on yours individually.
Now, I've got some good pieces and some not so good pieces.
I can see that. But that's okay.
Great. Is that enough?
Absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely. Perfect. And the last thing we've got here is just a very simple coleslaw. So this one here, Andy, I think coleslaw is really nice in a hamburger.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as you mentioned about, last time we talked about foundations, and we've got the foundation of the burger here, and then we can just build it up the way we like.
Yep.
So we just build it up with our different flavourings. So what we've got here is just some red cabbage, some shallot, spring onion, mayonnaise. If you want to pick, this is Thai basil. So this, or you could use just plain basil if you like.
Pick the leaves off?
Yep. Pick the leaves, break them up and throw them back into the slaw. And then give that a stir.
Just tear them?
Yeah, that'd be great. And then we're done.
Easy. All right.
Okay,
Looks
excellent.
Good. Give it a stir.
So now we just need to stir that together.
Not with my hands this time.
No.
Good. I don't know if anyone else out there just like me. They just don't like dirty hands. I just don't like having dirty hands.
Don't like having dirty hands?
No, not really. If I can help it.
Right, now the pan is preheated.
Yeah.
But before I cook the burgers, I just want to hear, what is the verse of today?
Yeah, PastorChef, we always have a verse of the day. And so today's verse comes from Hebrews 12, verses 1 to 2. And it says this: "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith," that's like everyone who's gone before us, they're looking down and championing us on with this life of faith. "Let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up." Man, don't we struggle with that sometimes?
Oh, absolutely.
"And let us run with endurance the race God has set before us." And then as we talk about difficult moments or different trials that we have in life or periods of time, this verse 2 is the key to all of that. It says this: "We do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus, the champion who initiates and perfects our faith." And I want to ask you about that, Dunk. Since you've come to faith and you've grown in your relationship with God, how has keeping your eyes fixed on Jesus helped you through some tough times?
Well, like that song, "Keep in the cross before me."
Yeah.
And that's how I see it, is just the cross before me, having Jesus' eyes fixed on Jesus.
Yeah.
And through lots of tough times, like for example, even going through COVID, just knowing that I had my eyes fixed on him and knowing that there was an end goal just made it so much easier.
It's so good. And knowing Jesus helps us in the moment today because it gives us perspective about the moment we're living through right now. Even if tough times have been going on for an extended period, that's where it wears us down sometimes. But also having our eyes fixed on Jesus helps us in the future for a year to come. But also, I think, and this is the big point, is into eternity as well.
Yeah, right.
Having our eyes fixed on Jesus means that there is a future for us in eternity. And it's just a brilliant thing.
Oh, it is, absolutely. I mean, that gives you such peace, doesn't it? Just knowing at the very end, you're going to be walking right beside him.
100%.
I mean, it just makes everything
It's so good. But in the here and now, we've got burgers to cook.
We've got burgers to cook. Okay, so our pan is hot. A little bit of oil, you could use olive oil or rice bran oil, doesn't really matter, vegetable oil. And then just really gently take those burgers and just place them into the pan.
Beautiful.
So we're just going to allow those to cook, and then we're going to build our burger.
Beautiful.
So a lot of people quite often think, when do I add the bacon, when do I add the egg? But it really doesn't matter. If you wanted to, you could add it at any stage. So Andy, if I could grab you to get you, please, to put in the bacon into the pan. Yep.
Couple of pieces.
Yep.
Either side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or both in there.
Yeah, that's fine, just like that.
Yep.
And then what will happen is when the bacon's ready, all we need to do is lift it up and rest it back on top of the meat itself.
Right.
Over here we've got some lettuce. If you want to shred that lettuce just finely, that would be great.
Sure thing. This way?
Yeah, absolutely. You're getting your knife skills happening on PastorChef, aren't you?
I'm learning. Is that too big?
No, that's fine. No.
Just get on with it, Andy.
I don't think there's a right and a wrong way. And in that having your eyes set on Jesus, how have you had that in your life? How's it been important for you personally?
Yeah, good question. So I suppose for me it begins every morning, first thing in the morning when I pray and I acknowledge God as Lord over my day, Lord over my life. And what that does by doing that every day means that no matter what I face, whether it's challenges at work or at church or whatever I face, that He's Lord of that already. And so my eyes are fixed on Him through the good times and through the tough times. And I tell you what, life is full of enough twists and turns from a negative point of view that I know I need Him. I can't do this by myself.
Right.
There's so much, like you said before, peace in that knowledge that we can endure because our eyes are set on Jesus.
Yeah.
Mate, these are looking good.
Yeah, so all I've done here, I've just turned them over. Just got some nice browning on the other side.
Yep.
You don't have to fully cook a burger if it's beef. If it's chicken or pork, you do have to cook it all the way through.
Yep.
But if you do like a rare burger, we go with beef.
And so how have you known at what point to flip it? You're just watching it rise?
With a hot pan, I've just given it maybe 2 to 3 minutes.
Yep.
Just to get that colour. Then I'll flip it over. And now what we do is we can then start to build the burger. So for example, if you like your bacon not crispy, you could place it on top now.
Yep.
It'll stay warm, but it won't cook any further.
Right.
But if you like it a bit more crispy for the other person in the family, you can leave it on a little bit longer.
Right.
But essentially, the burger's still cooking underneath, and when you're ready, you can put that on top. And if you're cooking an egg, you could then crack your eggs and place your eggs on top. But in this case, we're just doing cheese.
Yes.
So what you can do is you can put the cheese on top.
Go for it now?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, that'll be beautiful.
Now what happens is just the warmth of the bacon, the warmth of the pan will come up through the cheese, so it'll be slightly melted before we put it on the burger. And we probably let that cook for another maybe 3 minutes, and the burgers will be cooked.
I just realised I make all these noises about it.
You do.
I'm sorry, I'm just excited about the food.
You're like a,
Sorry, I'm sorry everyone. I'm sure they're making the noises at home too.
yeah. So now what we can do is we can start to build the base of the burger. So we'll move this out the way.
And burgers can be infinitely compatible, can't they? You can do whatever you want with a burger.
Oh, absolutely. If you want beetroot or pickles, or you could even, I was thinking this morning, you could even use duck mince if you wanted a duck burger.
That's fancy, man.
Or in Australia, kangaroo burger.
Kangaroo burger.
Yes, we do eat kangaroo.
Tofu burger, if you're that way.
If you're vegan, tofu burger. I don't know. How would you do that? You could make it.
Meat free. There's meat free stuff.
Meat free burgers. So Andy, if you want to grab the burger, just flip it open.
Yep.
And then on the base, I normally put my meat first, but if you put down the lettuce first, it stops the juice of the burger going into the bread and making your bread soggy. So we'll just take some of that lettuce here. Yep. And then with that lettuce, just straight onto the base of your burger, just like that.
Great.
Yeah, and as much lettuce as you like, just put that on top. And now the burgers have had a chance to cook. I feel very confident they're cooked through to the centre. And then all we need to do is just take off that burger and then straight onto the lettuce. And you can see there, see how the cheese has started to melt?
It's looking good.
Yeah, so it's starting to get nice and soft. It won't be cold.
Yeah.
We'll put that onto the plate there, turn the pan off, like that.
Beautiful.
And then all we need to do, Andy, is finish that off with our coleslaw.
Yes.
So this is the coleslaw you made earlier.
Yeah.
It's got that beautiful red colour from the lettuce.
Don't forget your tomato. Where are you putting your tomato?
Oh, the tomato.
Where
Tomato always goes last.
Oh, okay, great. I won't jump the gun on it then.
Tomato goes last, because it's the one that always wants to fall out. So I'll do this one over here.
Yep.
Just a little bit of the red cabbage coleslaw on top.
A little bit?
A little bit. Well,
or a lot?
Yeah, but look at this, Andy. Come on, mate. For me, for this, to build this, you need a little bit. For your slim figure, mate, a little bit.
A little bit. Come on.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's
Beautiful.
it.
Looks good.
Great. And then the tomato on top, if you want to put maybe just one slice of tomato on top is fine, or two, however you like it.
Now, the people who know me at home would know that I don't normally eat tomato with burgers. But Duncan, seeing as it's you, I'm just going to go at it.
We're going to go with it?
Yeah.
Okay, look at that. So you've got the beautiful colours built up through there.
Come on.
If you want to be fancy, you could present it on the side so your guests can see all the colours of your burger, all the layers. But in true burger style, we push it down, hold it all together, 2 hands. Look at that.
Are you going to go at it?
Should I?
Go for it.
Okay.
No.
No,
this is for like. No, you can't see this. You can't see it. Just cook your own burger at home, all right? Thanks for joining us on PastorChef. We'll see you in the next one.
No worries. Thanks, guys.
I got it.
Good.